are back on Digging in the Trenches live with JPF Scout and my man, my co-host, my new co-host, Dr. Brown over here in the house.
What's up? The
Yeah,
bye
what
week
up, my
is
dog?
here. It's all good, baby. All
Hell
good.
yeah. Absolutely, man. How you doing today?
I'm good, man. You know, it's the bye week. It reminds me of Charles Dickens. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. You know what I mean? You know,
Absolutely.
the bye week, you
And
get a
that's
chance to go. You get a chance to get rest and get the players back together and all of that. But at the same time, I do not want to see this offense stop. I want a football game, but we got to get healthy, and so it's good.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, it was nice, man. It looked like the offense is clicking on all cylinders now, huh? We're just
Yes, sir.
lighting some teams up, you know. But honestly, dude, like, how do you feel? You know, we ain't having a chance to talk lately, but how do you feel coming out of that Cleveland game? You know, that's about as good as a complete performance as you can get out of the team. You know, minus like maybe some extra points that was missed, but
Yeah.
that stuff happens, doesn't it?
Well, I thought that all through the year that it would be around week 7 or 8 where we really got a chance to see our offense, and then Tua gets hurt and really slows that process down, the maturation of the offense. And so now, this is about the time when an offense with newly installed, new head coach, new pieces, new play caller, all these things. It was automatically going to take 8, 9 weeks to get it started, and we can kind of see what it is, and now it's just rolling and it's time to go, baby.
Absolutely, it's go time, right? As
Yes,
my buddies Charlie Touche and Kadeem Sim would say over there at Go Times Dolphins, it's go time.
yes.
So
Right at the time where people are getting healthy and got a chance to get a playoff run.
oh, he'll be right back. Watch, he'll slap right back in. Oh,
Yeah,
there you go.
everything is just good for the Dolphins right now.
Absolutely, it's all coming together at the right time, isn't it?
Yeah.
It sure is.
You get that, and you have the early season growing pains. You had some issues with the offensive line, and the pass rush, and players getting hurt in the secondary, and all of that stuff. But now, this is a perfect time for the bye week where we can get some more bodies healthy. The coaches can go and do some self scouting and kind of see, okay, what did we do well? What can we do better? As you getting ready for the stretch run.
Exactly. Yeah, as we were just talking about right there, it's a great time for the coaching staff to regroup, as to say, and come together to hit, into the next gear to get into this long stretch run that we're getting ready to get into. It's a good time to churn the back end of that roster, which they already did once already. I don't know what they're going to do with the last two spots that are kind of dangling out there. I guess we'll find out. There hasn't been a lot of Dolphins news. They're kind of slow to get at. You've seen some other teams get out there and make some moves, like the Eagles went and acquired Linval Joseph and Ndamukong Suh. What do you think about those two moves, and what do they do for the Eagles right now for their football team?
Well, certainly whenever you pick up a guy like Ndamukong Suh, at this late stage of the season, who can give you maybe not the impact that he used to have, but can be a steady rock at the defensive line, and then provide some additional leadership. Having been in the playoff, knows the NFL grind. He can kind of help that defensive line, and then the energy that he can bring, having not played this year, is going to be huge for them.
Right, giving yourself some fresh legs and some fortified defense, for your run defense, because they begin shredded up a little bit. I think the Dolphins look pretty good in run defense, personally. But before we get any further, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. You are watching Digging in the Trenches live with JPF Scout and my man right over here, Dr. Brown. Oh, congratulations, by the way, by getting inducted into the Alabama State Hall of Fame, correct? Yeah, my
yes.
man.
Hey, man, very, very fortunate, man.
Living large.
I said at the induction speech, I tricked them again, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so you've been faking it till you're making it, man.
Yes,
I love it, my man.
Yes, but I'll tell you that it's similar to the Jeff Wilson and the Chubb of signing with Ndamukong Suh, where you get those type of guys, man. And what's up with Jeff Wilson, man? Just a beast, right?
Woo! Absolutely, man. Me and you talked about this too before in your spaces. I'll segue right into that about maybe how the offense wasn't quite. You maybe be seeing maybe like when we were talking, maybe about 50, 60% of the offense. I think you actually haven't even seen the complete playbook open up completely yet.
Indeed.
I think maybe they might be at like 75%, and I think that's pushing it a little bit. But we were talking about in the spaces how Jeff Wilson and like even just another back that has a power speed combination, one cut style, the way Jeff does, how that would give this offense an accelerated growth process to speed us up to hit that next level for the offense so they can start doing new things with it.
Yeah.
That means the running game can hit different cylinders that we haven't before. It's funny because I was going back and getting ready to make like a montage of the Dolphins highlights going up into the bye, and I'm on the Patriots game and I'm watching Chase Edmonds get a handoff and all the blocking's going in front of him and the dude just like
Right.
go to the hole, and I'm like,
Right.
I'm like Jeff Wilson there found the space in that shit, and probably ate it for a touchdown.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I mean,
you know, it's the Dolphins' offense is complicated. There's no doubt about that,
yeah,
and particularly with the outside zone and the stretch, you gotta know is it where you just put your head down and go get 2 or 3 yards? Do you stretch it? Do you cut up? Do you cut back? And having a guy like Jeff Wilson, who's been in this offense for a couple of years down in San Francisco, and really understanding the nuances. You know, this is an offense that people take for granted how complicated it is. And
yep,
sometimes people take for granted that everybody isn't a fit for every offense. And you have to be a fit for this offense. And Jeff Wilson and certainly Mostert. And then, the addition of Connor Williams is a fit for this offense at
big
center.
time,
Tyreek is a fit for this offense at center. And
absolutely,
all of these guys coming in, Sherfield is a fit for the offense. And so Mike McDaniels and Chris Greer done an amazing job at really finding
yep,
guys who fit the philosophy of the team and then also fit the scheme of the offense.
absolutely, man. I agree with everything you just said, 1,000%. Oh, my man, Thirsty, thank you for tuning in. We thank all you Dolphins fans for tuning in. As I said before, don't forget to like and subscribe that button, and we're growing here. Come over, share your thoughts with us. We love to interact with fans. We'll take questions live right here. Bring them on. We want to answer. We want to talk Dolphins with all of you guys. But before we get too much further as well, let's talk about a couple of statistics that I found a little bit interesting going into the bye week. And you can tell me your thoughts on those. I know you've been watching the film and been watching a lot of this
Indeed.
transpire. So just like me, you know where we started and where we're going and where we came from and what we've accomplished so far. We should all feel really proud about that as well.
Indeed.
No one should be looking down on your football team right now for no reason. I mean, we're
That's
doing things
crazy.
the right way right now, right? So
Indeed.
we'll get into this right now. Like our offense right now in total yards per game and yards period is third in the NFL with 391.5 yards in average per game. That's not too damn bad. And then we have
Excellent.
3,915 total yards. Then for our passing, let's see here. Our passing yards were actually third again with 293.8 yards passing per game and 2,938 total yards. Not too damn
Man, that
bad
is
right there, huh?
crazy, man.
I
That
know.
is crazy.
Isn't
What a
it nuts to
difference
look
a
at?
year makes, man.
I
What a
know, man.
difference a
Oh,
year
a year
makes,
makes
man.
a big difference in this league now, huh? Like
Yeah.
Dr. Brown, when you played in the league and other guys that you know played in the league, the rebuilding process was probably more along the lines of like a 3 to 5 year process, and they had to fill people out and do it. But do you agree with the statement that maybe the NFL that we're living in now and playing in now and seeing now is a different process? It's sped up, it's quicker, and the process of maybe what he'll be right back. Don't worry, you guys. Maybe what was 3 to 5 year process is now a 1 year process. What do you think about that?
Well, I think that you
I
can
see that.
have an immediate turnaround. You go out and get some uh, free agents and they can change it. But I really like the fact that with the Dolphins, the really strong winning started this year. But I think that Chris Greer has been doing this turnaround over the last 2 to 3 years, starting with the
Agreed.
tank for Tua, and then going to get Javon Holland, and then getting Christian Wilkinson, and getting all of these guys. And then
Yeah.
as you get closer, you go out and then you make a splash for Chubb. You get Tyreek. You get a new head coach with a scheme that's going to fit your quarterback. So I think for us, it seems like it just started because of the growing pains, but really, I think that Chris Greer's had a plan the whole time, and it's just been plugging away, and now we have a phenomenal football team.
I agree with that, man. So basically, he had himself a little bit of a precognitive plan built beforehand. What's up, Steve? Steve Molly checking in right back there. See
What
him
up,
in the comment
Steve?
section. Alex, can you bring back up Finn's Talk Sports Network's last thought? There it is. Not only talent, but McDaniel maximizes every scheme. I agree with
Exactly.
that exactly. He is maximizing the talent and the output which you're getting on the football field right now. They put the quarterback with Mike McDaniels and they married them together. And Mike McDaniels promised all of us Dolphins fans and Tua Tagovailoa that he would get the most potential that he could out of the quarterback and the quarterback position. Well, you guys, we're 10 weeks in and he's out. He's doing that right now. Fins up, thirsty. Thanks for coming in. We love you all, you guys. Thanks for tuning in. We love you. Right now, let me get at this real quick before I forget. I want to give a couple shout outs for some people to get better. I want people who are getting sick out there, and I want people to stay healthy. I want all these guys to get better, and if you're sick too, we want you to get better.
Yes.
Notorious JP, Dolphin Riki, Steve Molly, I heard your son is sick. Please get better soon. And our producer who's producing the show with us today, Alex, you're sick as well. We want you to get better too, you guys. Everybody get better up. We don't want you guys sick during this nice run we're getting ready to make here and during the holidays with your family.
Right.
Everybody rest up, get healthy, please. God bless you guys all. But
Indeed.
we'll get back into the statistics and kick a couple of these around real quick. I found a lot of them interesting because they didn't start out like this too. Oh yeah, no problem, man. Oh, Bobby, by the way, we know your whole family's been sick. You guys get better too, please.
Hey, I did want to say this about the comment
Yeah.
was made about getting
Yes.
the most. And you look at a guy like Alec Ingo, who is,
Man.
being dominant in the
Oh,
running game and his pass blocking, but then you look at the fact that he's catching passes out of the backfield, all of these things. A guy like getting the most out of Trent Sherfield, getting the most out of
yeah.
all of these guys who we thought, okay, here's a piece, but what does this mean to the overall scheme of things? And now you figure out all of these guys mean everything to the overall scheme of things. And it's really collective. We can point at Waddle and we can point at Tyreek, but it's all of these guys working in unison, which really makes this offense unstoppable.
Yeah, I agree with that wholeheartedly. It's like they took all the pieces like that they wanted, that they pulled, handpicked themselves. To
Yes.
me, personally, I don't know if you feel this way too, but it feels like they just had like all the right pieces in all the right
Yes.
places, my man. Like
Yes.
on the defensive side, I mentioned this on the show that I do with Dolphins Daily with Thirsty, that it seems to me they got a lot of experience with Super Bowls and things like that on the defensive side, and on the
Yes.
offensive side, you only got Tyreek Hill. But if you flip and look at it, here he goes. It was nice to see Tua spread the ball around. Yes, it was, Steve. It really was nice to
Yes.
see that. But let me carry back in before I forget what I was saying. But the coaching staff has the experience on the offensive side of the football, like Daryl Bevel's got some experience with the ring, Eric Stoodsville,
Yeah.
guys like that. Gene LaPerriere, the offensive lineman assistant coach, he's got some. So, like, honestly, we got all these things sitting in all the right places. Oh, you can't forget about Marvin Allen and
Right.
Reggie McKenzie sitting back there
McKenzie,
with these
yes,
two things.
huge,
I mean,
huge.
these are huge guys that give you input on your football team. So, from where I'm standing, it looks like it's built correctly from the top all the way down. So, it sets good for us things for going into the future. I feel really good about the roster. I feel good about our chances going forward. I think we got a great thing right now. You should be living high as a Dolphins fan right now.
Yes,
like me.
man.
Every day I wake up,
Yes.
I can't even take this damn jersey off. I'm gonna sleep in it. You know, like
Right.
I just love everything that's going on right now with the football team, with the Dolphins fan base, even Dolphins Twitter somewhat's trying to come together a little bit here and there. But
Yes. Man, that's
you know,
amazing.
it is. You know, it's
Yes.
funny, but they say this is the little cliche, and I actually believe it. They say winning cures all.
They
Man,
killed
it's
it
really
all.
true, you guys. Winning does cure everything. Like I just want to win. You guys want to win. We all want to win. You know what I'm saying? So let's just keep doing what we're doing. But back into these stats. You know, this is the one that's starting to move up, and we were at the very, very bottom. And it's the rushing yards per game. We are at
Yep.
97.7 yards per game. That's going to go up, you guys,
Oh yeah.
with a
Most
total of
definitely.
977 yards. I can see this getting into like maybe we're fourth from last, but I can see this getting into the middle of the pack before
Man, easily.
So we
You
can
know, I
do
was
that.
just saying this the other day. I think that we're gonna have close to two 1,000 yard rushers right now. Wilson has 600 and something, and Motion has 500 and something. You're talking about it. Both of them
Damn,
average 60 yards down the stretch. We
you
could
got it.
possibly looking at 2,000 yard rushing running
Wow,
backs in a season. And that is
wow,
absolutely nuts when you consider the fact that
wow.
Dan Marino only had 1,000 yard rusher
His
his
whole
whole
career.
career.
Yep.
Yes,
Oh man, that
yes,
hit it right there. You know what? What's crazy about that statistic that you're throwing out there is, wow, if we can end up with even anywhere near close to the 2,000 yard
yes,
rushers, I mean, we got Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle on one side or the other. That's like 2,000 yard receivers right there.
yes.
So I had a little analogy I kicked out there the other day, and like I'm going to hold to it. I'm not going to waver. I think if the Dolphins team right now, if you go position by position by position, you can go through it. We don't have no bricks to stack up here today because we're in a bye week, but if
Right.
we have a two-headed monster at almost every spot. I mean,
Every
boom, boom,
position.
running back. Teddy Bridgewater has veteran experience as a backup quarterback. I mean, just every position, Smythe and Gesicki, Waddle and Hill. I mean, we are just loaded. And it's got to make you feel pretty good as a Dolphins fan to see them kind of going all in like this. Um, like one more little splash wouldn't hurt, like off like a poach or like someone off the street like Mercury and Zonka. Hell yeah, you
Yeah.
know, like yeah,
Yes. 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 I'll
absolutely,
tell you that
exactly.
one of the things that's crazy is we have not talked about the offensive line for 3 weeks. And when you're not talking about the offensive line, that means they're doing their damn job, man. So
Absolutely
shout
not,
out to
man.
again, it's one of those things over the offseason where you're looking at it, you say, damn, is this gonna work? We gotta find the piece, we
Yep,
gotta find the piece, we gotta do
I know.
something. Where's another splash? And all of a sudden you get shelled, you know, playing well. And then Austin Jackson comes back, and now there's the
Yep,
argument: should he play? Should he be a swing guy? And who would have
yep.
thought we would have had to be able to, you know, to be able to say we can hold Austin Jackson because the offensive line is playing so good.
Right? Isn't that like it's a luxury right now
That's
for
a
us?
luxury, man.
And it's awesome. Yes, the offensive line is doing good. Thirsty says, finally, yeah, I agree. Honestly, man, it's so nice to see and refreshing. Like at the beginning of the season, me and you talked about this numerous times in spaces with Spliff and a lot of other guys that get in there with us, like Ryan and a lot of other guys.
Yeah,
And we all were talking about, hey, man, we'll all settle for top 15, top 20
yeah,
offensive line. And I just seen a graphic that came out just the other day that at PFF they had the Dolphins ranked as the 10th rated offensive
damn it.
line in the NFL. You
Wow.
guys, 10th. Do you understand how much of a gigantic jump it is to go from 32nd, which is dead freaking last, to 10th? Who the hell is the offensive line
Yes,
coach? You know, like that right there is a huge jump, you guys, and that's got a
man.
lot to do with scheme and things just kind of
Yes,
like falling together for you the right way. And it's not like the Dolphins have been handed like a plate of bowl of cherries and like, here, this is going to be an easy football season for you guys. Because that's
right,
not the case, man. We've suffered through adversity. We haven't had Byron Jones since week one when we thought we were going to have Byron Jones.
man.
And then we suffered a rash of injuries just like every other team. I'm not using no excuses, but we're actually battling through this and doing a good job with adversity. When they need to make changes, they're making changes. Injuries actually helped us unlock the perfect O-line combo. I honestly
Facts.
believe
I
you're
would,
right. That's facts.
yeah, yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
They
yeah.
might, you
And
know what? They are playing better. Jones helped us get to what we needed to get to. He's right. He's really right. It's funny how the way things work out because sometimes injuries will hurt you, but sometimes that can be a little bit of a blessing in disguise because you guys start to come together more as a team. You start to play better and harder for the guy that's next to you, for the your brother in warfare with you. You want to go out there and not let your team down. And these guys are playing for each other. The locker room's the best locker room I think we've ever had since I've been a Dolphins fan. We're blessed, you guys, with
yes.
one of the best football teams I've ever seen. Like me and you talked about the greatest show on turf the other day. I think this is the greatest show on earth.
Right. And I'll tell you that the offensive line, low key, may be the biggest
Dope.
story beyond
I
the
think so.
jump for tour and all of that. Quite as it's kept, it may be the the biggest jump we've made, and might be the reason why we go to the Super Bowl and do all of these things because we're not talking about them, and those guys are going on about their business and
Yeah,
Teron
man.
Armstead just settled the waters,
Steady.
and then, Connor Williams just being,
No.
I remember this summer we were all like, damn, is he going to ever snap the ball in his hand? He was snapping over the head and all of this kind of stuff. And
Right.
then he fixed that. And Robert Hunt, doing his thing, man.
He's
So the
balling, dude.
offensive line, I really think has been low key the biggest story or one of the biggest stories of this
Yeah.
season.
Yeah, you're right. We should be talking about it a little bit more, but like you said a little bit earlier, when you're not talking about them, that means they're doing their damn
Right.
job.
Yes,
You know what?
sir.
They really are. And guess what? When they're not doing their job, guess who's making them look even better by
And
doing his
yes,
job at
yes, indeed.
an elite
Elite,
level
elite
right now, you
level,
guys. He's hot.
elite.
He's on fire. I'll be
Hey,
honest
man,
with you.
I've seen some of the clips, man, where and on film, when you look at the all 22, looking at it live is one thing. When you look at the all 22 and you see he's releasing it before the receiver is out of his cut, when you see his processing, he's made about 10, 11 no-look throws, man,
I know,
where
man. They're coming. They're
during the
coming out
game,
too, huh?
yeah, you can't even tell it during the game, but then when you look at the film, you're like, wait a minute, he's not even
Wait a
looking
minute.
at
Let me
this
go
guy.
back and look at that again.
Right, and he's throwing darts, man.
Man, he
Amazing.
really is. Like I think some of the best throws I seen him make was that one he had off of his kind of threw it off of his back leg a little bit, like when he had pressure coming up to his right, man, and that one where Tyreek kind of went to the 35 and circled
Yeah, yeah,
all the way
yeah.
back around and made that the toe tag
Yes,
swag on the sideline right there.
yes,
And that ball was perfectly placed. And then the other one that he threw to, I broke the play down on my Twitter, where he threw it to Jalen Waddle on the sideline,
yes.
and
I saw
it
that.
was to a spot where literally only his guy was going to get the football. You guys, like the dude had no shot. I didn't care if you're Darrell Revis or Richard
Right.
Sherman, you're not getting that football.
Yeah,
Dude. It's like
yeah, yeah.
7 foot away from him. If he was completely stretched out, he still would have been like 2 feet away from him.
Hey,
So
man, when
that's
he
a
when he
perfect
when he
pass.
released it, I immediately thought pick six.
Pick. That's
Just
what I thought
looking
when it
at
came
it,
out of his hand.
yeah, I
Yep.
immediately
Same.
thought that, and then you just see
Oh,
the
man.
accuracy and the pinpoint accuracy because there was only
Pinpoint.
one spot you can throw that to, and to
That's
see,
it.
and then the catch is so easy for Waddle. He just
Oh,
sticks his
man.
hand out, and it sticks like glue, man.
Oh, dude, it was just beautiful. It was like a thing of poetry, honestly,
Yeah.
dude. Like when these plays, the way McDaniel was drawing them out work,
Oh my
the way he draws
God.
them out, oh, they look so good. Please don't mess
Yes.
with the offense. Orlando, thank you so much. Orlando Mavs, tune in. We thank you for viewing. Yeah, don't mess with the offense. Things are perfect. If it's not broke, don't try to fix it. So
Yeah.
I was going to ask you that question. I'm glad that he said that. Talking about Austin Jackson, what we were just discussing about, should he come in and start back at right tackle, or should he play left guard for Jones? What do you think about that, Dr. Brown?
Hey man, if it ain't broke, man,
Don't fix it.
don't
Exactly, man.
fix it,
That's how
man.
I
Do
feel
not
about it as well.
mess with it.
Don't
I
mess
mean,
with it.
I see like this past week we get a big lead on the who was it, the Browns. You
The
bring
Browns.
him in for the last series or two and let him get some playing time in case we
Yeah.
need him. But starting the
That's it.
game and you keep it just like it is. the big thing about offensive line, and you alluded to this early, was the chemistry, man, of
Yeah.
understanding what the person next to you is doing, what angle they're going to take, and all of that, knowing when they're going to pass it off and all of those kind of things. And so, no, we don't mess with it at all. We
Nope.
keep rolling, and
Yep.
if unfortunately injuries happened, and we want Austin Jackson to be ready should and if that happens. But
That's right.
I would like to see us roll with this offensive line all the way to the Super Bowl.
Same here. That goes same for me. Like the only way I want to see him come in there. Totally agree, Mr. Reggie, Steve Malloy. Thank you, Steve.
Yes,
Thank you
sir.
all for tuning in. Also, by the way, and you are watching live, digging in the trenches live with Dr. Reggie Brown, my new co-host. And you know what? When JP gets back, he's gonna co-host with us too. Will come on and JPS Scout. But don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe, please. We
You
love
got to
all
hit
y'all.
that like button.
Gotta hit that like button. You guys rock, but have family visiting, so go out for a bit. I'll catch the rest of the show as it's recording. Thank you, Thirsty. Thank you, Rob. Yep, man, you go
Appreciate
do
you,
your
yo.
weekend stuff, man. You can catch it on the thing. Damn, you took my words right out of my mouth, Orlando Mass. Yeah, don't change a damn thing. We ain't changing nothing on that offensive
Yeah,
line.
yeah,
Like the only way I see him even getting onto the field is if we want to employ like an extra tackle or
yeah,
use a sixth
yeah.
offensive lineman, and that's going to be about it. But what I will say that I like is how they stacked it, and what I mean by that is the Dolphins are doing due diligence for their fan base and to do us right, you guys. They stacked on the practice squad right now. They got Grant Hermans,
Yeah.
who I heard at the beginning of the year was nasty and giving people like Carl Lawson a fit in Jets training camp, starting fights. That dude's stashed on the practice squad. I'll take it. You know what? I heard we picked up the Lamont Gilliard from Georgia, former Georgia Bulldog. He's played 13 games in the NFL and started 2 of them. Guess what? I'll take that as well because that's more stacked depth that we can use if we happen to have some problems going along. Then you have James MP, former BYU center, who's also a rookie who's back there, and Keon Smith, who I heard a lot of people were actually trying to poach Keon
Yeah,
Smith
they were
from
trying
us
to poach him.
at
Yeah.
one point in time. So we also have that. So that's 4 that you have sitting there stacked up behind it. I'd love to see some defensive linemen besides Twyman. We have Twyman and Jared Bronson that are there. I'd like to see us get one more if they could possibly bring that on. And we just brought back Brennan Scarlett as
Yeah.
well. I don't know if you'll see him activated to that last 53-man spot. I think they're just like all of us praying and holding hope out for Byron Jones to get that last spot because I know they've been saving that last spot for Byron Jones now for almost a month. Um, what do you feel about that last spot? And am I incorrect saying that it's for Byron Jones or
Oh,
is that spot for
oh,
him?
without question, it's for Byron Jones, and I think that there's a lot of conspiracy theories out there
There
about
are. I've been listening to them.
Byron.
Cap for life, my man. Thank you for tuning in. We love
What's
you,
up,
buddy.
Cap? Yeah, as a former athlete, I would say it from this perspective. You don't know how your body's gonna heal once you go up under that knife, man. And
No.
uh, I can't deny the fact that it gives off Will Fuller vibes. You know what I mean?
It absolutely does.
But I'm hoping that one, you want the guy to be healthy. Two, these are all business decisions. And
Yep.
when I hear people say, well, he's trying to get paid and he knows he's going to get cut. Well, to me, the Dolphins are the place where he makes the most money.
That's
So
right.
it's certainly not about money. So hopefully he's working to get back and hopefully, but shit, it's next man up. And Katie Kuhu has been balling. All
Absolutely.
of our guys have been getting after it. So he's certainly an addition. But I feel like if he doesn't come back, we good enough to be,
Hell yeah.
to make a Super Bowl run. So I'm not worried
Absolutely.
one way or the other.
Yeah, hell yeah. We've been doing this whole time without
Yeah.
Byron Jones. I mean, me and you was in the spaces the other day, and I said it straight up. Like, we've been doing this the whole time. It's not up to me whether he comes back. Could we use him? Hell yeah. But if you don't decide to come back, fine. That's on you. And we'll make other arrangements because I'll be honest with you, where would we be right now without Justin Bethel? What a
Right.
pickup that was in
Yes.
week 4, man. And I called Gino, Notorious JP, there when we got him. I was like, oh man, I think you might see some snaps in the defense. Now, lo and behold, we need him. Reggie, from an athlete's perspective, knowing the situation that we're in, do you shut it down if you're Byron Jones, or do you try to go through it knowing that it was supposed to only be for only a 2-week injury? That's Cap's question.
Well, to me, that's a very difficult uh, uh, situation and question. As a player, you want to play, right?
That's right.
And then to see the team on the road that it's on, you want to be a part of that, right?
Damn right, man.
And so to me, there has to be some health issues there that prevent you. My hope is that, and I'll say this from a business perspective, I, I would imagine he don't want to play until he knows that he can play at the elite level that he's always played at. So to me, you try to get back. I would say there's about a 3-week, 4-week window left where the Dolphins are still trying to get him back, and then if in that 3 to 4 week window you just shut it down. But if I was him, as an athlete, I'd be doing everything I can to get back and be a part of this. This is going to be memorable.
Yep. Steve just said bingo. Yeah, this is going to be memorable. I agree with what Reggie just said. Honestly, he hit it right on the nail. He hit the head right on the nail. Because if he's not going to come back, then he wants to play. He wants to be on the field. He wants to be part of this special run too. Not only that, it's in his best benefit moving forward with his career to put some tape out if we're not going to have him coming back to the Miami Dolphins. Just like you just alluded to, I've heard a lot of conspiracy theories on this. I've been in spaces with people talking about it. I'm not going to say deny or accept or say that the sources that they have are correct, because I don't know. I don't know any other sources. I don't know anything that's going on there. I've heard a story that Byron Jones is pissed off because they were trying to renegotiate his contract and re-up him, and it was just to trade him. That would piss me off if I was a player. And you know what? It's just speculative. Who knows? Then I heard another thing when Tua came back that he had a stank shit look on his face in the background because they were celebrating and walked away from him. And that doesn't mean nothing. That's just speculative look. Like, you know what I mean? I agree with what Reggie just said, is that he wants to be back. He wants to be part of this. And you know what? We'd be a better team with him because we could get back to what we do best, which is that cover one press. I mean, I know we want to play cover press, whether it's cover one or whatever the hell we play, whatever. But I know that's what we want to play. And I don't know about you. You've been looking at a lot of the film. I know I go back, I dive in quite a bit. To the end of that Cleveland game, man, I felt something coming on that I don't think I've seen with this defense yet this season. And I talked about it a little bit in spaces and at the direct messages we all share chats with about how the Dolphins kind of, if they don't let me get into this question. We always have good questions about Chris Greer with his early round draft picks, but you cannot question the man when it comes to free agents. Wilson, Bethel, Duke Riley, the acquisition of Chubb, good stuff. Absolutely cap for life. You slapped that one right out of the park. Hi, everyone. Liz. Hi, Liz. Yeah, man, you hit it right on the head right there, man. Where would we be without those acquisitions you just named off, Cap? Because we wouldn't have Bethel, you wouldn't have Duke Riley, you wouldn't have any of those guys. So it's great that he's done that. You know what? We all like to give Chris Greer a hard time, but the man does his job. You're not going to hit on every damn draft pick, so we need to get over the. We need to get over the. Oh, he needs to be perfect on every draft pick. Oh, he had 3 of them, and they're all shit. No, that's incorrect, bro. Like the jury is out on Austin Jackson. The jury is out on Noah Igbenogany. Tua is the man, dog. All right. Oos is balling right now. Oos is proof. Remember going into the season, we was like, well, we need to answer some questions. Is Tua the man going forward or not? Well, what do you think? Liz, Steve, Alando, Cat, everybody's sharing in the chat right now. That's good. Man, we love having you guys in here. You're watching live, Digging in the Trenches with my man, Dr. Brown, co-host, and your man, JPF Scout. Let's go. Yes. We about to bring it. Let's go. You know, man, we about to bring things down when we do these. When we do it, I can't wait till we start chopping up some bricks, man. Maybe we'll bring some film into this background.
Yes, let's go.
Yeah, let's do that. But we'll jump back into the last bit of stats, and then I'll show some on the screen that I found interesting as well, and then we'll be done with those. But we'll get into the points per game. The Dolphins are scoring 25.2 points per game, which puts us, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's seventh. Seventh in the NFL in scoring, you guys. Damn, that's good with 252 total points. That's not bad at all, man. Like, I dropped a thing out there into my Twitter about it was like last month actually, where we had a thing to where, you know how they score points forced and points allowed? We were like negative 24, like negative 29. You know where that's at today? We're at a plus 11 now.
Right.
We're at a plus 11, man. And we can get that thing up there to maybe like a plus 50 is not out of the range. If I had a dime for every time I heard a source on Twitter Spaces, I'd buy myself a Honda Accord. Absolutely, bro. And you know what? You'd have yourself some rims to go with that shit.
Yes.
Get well soon. I can see the Dolphins going 14-3, maybe 13-5, but no worse than that. Liz, yeah. Absolutely, Liz. That's what we're going to do, man. We're looking for the best record we could possibly get coming out of this, you guys. The best record we could possibly get, because it's going to set us up to go further into the playoffs like we want to anyway with a very, very long run. In all my heart, I feel winning out. Orlando Mass. Dude, same
That's
here.
What I'm talking about. Let's
same
go.
Here, bro. Let's go.
And it wouldn't be a surprise, right, if we won out. I mean, you know, when I look at the schedule, I see Buffalo. That's going to be a challenge up in Buffalo. But certainly, I think that with the way we're playing and then add it with the way that they're playing, that's not going to surprise me if we beat them. Green Bay on Christmas in Miami. I mean, come on. I think that
what's your take on the PFF rankings, Reggie and Justin? The PFF rankings on the whole entire team or the offensive line? Because, Steve, we talked about the PFF rankings for the offensive line, how we had the number 10 ranked offensive line, and we both are just enamored with the jump it takes to get from the 32nd ranked offensive line to the number 10th rated offensive line. Dr. Brown, tell the viewers right now how hard and how much of a magnitude, gigantic, enormous jump that is, please.
Well, one is unprecedented. You don't go from that bad to that good this quick, right? And then two, you know, to answer the PFF question, I think as with any data, you want multiple data points, right? You want to look at PFF, you want to look at some of these other outlets that show this stuff. But overall, what you're going to find out is the Dolphins are doing really, really well offensive line. And then generally speaking, the PFF stats are not too far off from any other stats. I mean, you look at Tua, and I don't care what matrix you use. He's number one, number two. You know, no matter what matrix you use. Number 10 Cheetah is number one. And so we are our offense. And, you know, to look at the 25 points, I expect by the end of the year, we're somewhere up in 28, 29. You know, we'll make up that Patriots game and the Pittsburgh game over the next couple of weeks to really get us. We are a, 28 to 30 point a night football team. Yeah.
I agree with that. 100%, man. Totally agree with that. I think we'll get up there, like you just said, scoring about that. I mean, I wouldn't even take out the range from us scoring over the 30. Ricky Williams was the man. Jason Taylor was the man. It only got us so far, guys. I want this team to blow out the expectations, not live on individual statistics. We got to go to the playoffs and even better. Cap, you just took the words right out of my mouth.
Yes.
Playoffs and a playoff win is great, man. I'll be honest with you. I'm shooting for the stars, my man. I think it's Super Bowl, baby. Let's go. I want to go to the Super Bowl, dog. I've been waiting too long for this. Reggie been waiting a long time for this.
Man,
Cap been waiting a long time for this.
1976.
Dog, let's go.
Yeah.
Like, this is the time, man.
And, and to the point about the stats, when you have a great team, when you have multiple players getting the stats, right? So Jason Taylor was a lone wolf, but now you have Chubb and Wilkins and Holland and all of
Phillips.
These guys and Phillips. So
and Ingram.
And Ingram. So it's multiple guys filling filling the stat line. On offense, it's Cheetah, it's Wilder. It's now they're getting Kaseki more involved. Now Sherfield is getting more involved. Now Motion is getting involved. Now, so all of these guys, so stats of individual players. I'm a team guy first, but you become a great team when the individuals on your team, multiple individuals, start filling that stat line up, man.
That's right, man. It just makes you even that much more dangerous, right?
Yes,
it makes you dangerous. I mean, it puts a certain vibe out there that, honestly, man, I think this team's dangerous, man. I think they're going to, this is regular season right now. We're playing and we're doing good, right? But, I mean, me and you both know, Dr. Brown, once you get into the playoffs, it's a different level, dog. So just imagine Tua right now ramping it up from where he's already at. Can you imagine him getting any better? Oh my God!
Yes,
it would be amazing, wouldn't it?
We had this question in the space the other night. Someone asked me, like, what's the difference, right, between playoff and regular season? And the difference is the intensity level. Where every play is magnified, where every snap is balls to the walls. And when you have a team like ours who has multiple playmakers, that can decrease the intensity level because you got so many guys who can make plays for you.
Absolutely. Hopefully all this noise we're making can get some recognition for Richmond Webb and Zach Thomas, since the local media is not really helping their cause. I totally agree. And they need to be helping their cause, man. Pound the table for those guys. Richmond Webb is on the induction list to go into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Come on, man. Everybody should be voting for that man right now. That's my favorite tackle we had of all time, man. Richmond's
That's criminal, man.
Yeah, it's criminal. Exactly, man. He should get a slap in the face for that. I'll be honest with you. Richmond's my dog. He's been on the show. I love Richmond. I'm sure we'll have him back. Cap is definitely on a roll. I love Cap, man. Steve Molly right there. But I found these statistics really interesting right here. I'm going to put them up here so you guys can kind of see them. All right? I don't know if you can. And if you can't, then I'll read them up. But look at this right here, man. These are Jalen Phillips' statistics, dude. Right now, going through week 10. Like, look at the snap rate right there. Look at the pass rush grade. All right? From week – look at the jump right there in the win rate. That 20.3% win rate. The pressures, those are going out the roof right now, bro. Look, he's already had as many quarterback hits this year as he had all of last year. All of last year. Look at these ones. These ones are even more telling, dog. Look at this. That's him up against T.J. Watt, Myles Garrett.
Wow.
Look at that. You're looking at one of the best. He's got a better win rate, dude. Look at that. 20.9 than they got. A better pressure rate. Dog. Like, right now, I think this guy, like I've said it when he got drafted, I'll say it again. I'll say it till I'm blue in the damn face, is that we got one of the best pure pass rushers in the world, you guys. He's ambidextrous. You know what that means. You can throw with left hand, you can throw with your right hand. Well, this dude can pass rush with his right, pass rush with his left. He can do everything. He can even beat you down low. He can do a lot of different things that you're going to see. He's just reaching the tip of the iceberg, you guys. Wait till he starts to string them together congruently. And he's like, oh, okay, you're going to take away my club rip. Bam, I'm going to give you a spin. Or he like fake spins and then goes right back and right around the arc. I mean, he could do anything. This dude is literally a baller, dog. He's probably one of my favorite players we have on the defense. I was back there looking at the tape. Dr. Brown, you've probably seen this. He was literally like maybe an inch or two away from getting that interception, dog. He was even like, damn it, man, I had it. The reason why is because he just mistimed it, bro. It was a timing thing. He timed it up to the right. That's an interception right there, dog. So this dude's going to start getting picks. He's going to start getting fumbles, strip fumbles. I mean, I hope they come at the most opportune time. Everyone was dogging the running game and the offensive line and the defense 2 weeks ago. Now I can honestly say the coaching is playing a big part to this team's success.
Let's go.
Cap, absolutely, bro. It's a big part of the team's success. He's maximizing each individual component of his offense. Each individual. And the offensive line is for once in our lifetime, probably. No, I'm just kidding. Playing as a
you ain't lying.
I'm not lying, dog.
Stop for once in my lifetime.
They're playing as a unit, not just individuals out there trying to, I don't want to get beat. No, they're playing for each other. They're playing to get to the next level. They're playing for a ring. And we're going to get some things cracking, man. I'm so fired up. They're fired up. The town is fired up. Your aqua and orange power should be firing on all cylinders as fans. Let's take this damn thing to the next level. Let's all come out of the woodwork. No more hiding. No more thinking the other shoe's going to fall off. No more none of this like negative Dolphins fan talk shit. We are the real deal. We're here to bring it and bring on whoever wants to stand in our damn way. And this will segue us way into the next segment because, I mean, we're written on the 45-minute level right now. Who cares? We're here to slap it down. You are watching live, digging in the trenches live with JPF Scout and my man right here, my new co-host. Yeah, my man Dr. Brown, man. We about to bring it to you every week. We about to bring you that aqua and orange feeling. We about to get you juiced up. Come on, we about to here to pump you up. But I'll be honest, man. We got a stretch of games here going that I want to talk to you about. I'm sure we've talked about them before, but we're going to talk just one little quick about it.
Yeah.
We're going out of this bye. Any successful season is going to start the season with the win, go into the bye with the win, and come out of the bye with the win.
Yes.
We have the Texans, San Francisco on the road, the Chargers on the road, then back home, sleep in our own beds maybe, then up to Buffalo for 3 road games in a row. Then Christmas, the Packers, then the Patriots, and then the Jets. How do you see this thing shaking down to the end here? I mean, we have this luxury. I'm a one game at a time kind of a dude. And I'm always going to see it one game at a time. But we have a luxury here from a fan's perspective. Damn, isn't this nice to be talking about this? Like, to sit back and think about this. And think about what's going to happen moving forward. You know, like, we can put on our GM hat and our coach's hat. Like, well, how do we see this thing shaking out? And I just want to know your opinion, how you see these things going. I've given my opinion on it. I'm getting kind of ballsy, and I honestly think they're going to go out there and they're going to take all 3 of those games. They're going to beat the Chargers. They're going to beat the Niners. They're going to come home, sleep in their bed real nice and tight. They're going to go up to Buffalo, and they're going to beat them too. What do you think, man?
You know, the homer in me say we was going 17-0 this year, and had Tua not got hurt, we would have been going 17-0. But
you might be
so I fully expect us to dominate down the stretch. Certainly, you know, any given Sunday, anything can happen. But I think, number one, a lot of our fans have PTSD. And, you know, when you say that people are, you know, everybody's kind of waiting on the wheels to fall off at some point, but you can forget about that. This year, there are no wheels falling off. This is real. Tua is the guy. Cheetah is a Dolphin. Waddle is here. Jeff Wilson runs like a beast. You know, Jalen Holland is there. And so really for us, it's every Sunday, all our team has to do is be ready to play football. And you put yourself in a great chance to win the football game. You know, the ball going to bounce and things going to happen. Bad call here, bad call there. But if you're saying our team versus another team, I'll take our guys every day of the week and twice on Sunday. And I can see us going undefeated down the stretch, maybe losing one, maybe, you know, just because, you know, a broke clock is right twice a day. So, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
But when you look at what we have going on, it'll be interesting to see. You know, we just, as a football team, we keep checking the boxes. So we check the box about, can Cheetah and Tua play? Check. Can Tua throw the long ball? Check. You know, can we get a running game? Check. Can the offensive line handle? Check. And then now we get to go into some cold weather, and can we check that box as well? And so I see no reason why, particularly with Jeff and Mostert and then the offensive line playing the way that they do, that we just check these boxes all the way to the final box, which you're talking Super Bowl.
Hell yeah. That's what everybody wants to talk, man. We all want to go to the promised land. We all just might have different visions of different ways we want to get there. That's okay. That's okay. It's a healthy discussion to have different guys that you like on the football team and different views of football. It's all in discussion, and it's great. No other Dolphins fans should be bashing one another for anything. We should all come together around this time. There should be a sense of unity even amongst the fan base, because guess what? Everything that you wanted and that you asked for as a Dolphins fan, you're getting it right now. Just like Dr. Brown just said, man. Like, I'll take our team up against any of these teams any day of the week. When I stack the bricks up like that, I'm like, Dolphins got 43 bricks. Man, I'm being modest, dog. Dolphins literally have like 50 bricks, dog. All right? I'm being modest because you know what? I don't want to jinx us. I don't believe there is a jinx in this. I believe in my heart and in my soul, just like you do. Yeah, this team is believing themselves. They're on a mission. Hell yeah, Alonzo. Just like I'm getting ready to talk about. Bro, once that keeps blowing my mind, as we have punted only twice in 3 games, that's
Crazy.
insanity. Isn't that nuts,
Crazy.
dog? Isn't that the
Crazy.
craziest damn stat you've ever heard? We punted twice in 3 games, dog. Oh my God, people probably punted 12 times in that time. But I
Crazy,
mean, man,
man.
it just goes to show you, dog. You guys should all enjoy it. No one should be griping. Enjoy the ride, bro. When's the last time you seen this happen as a Dolphins fan? Because honestly, I've never felt this great about this team. Just like Doc said, when I stack up the bricks on all these teams, man, I'm like, damn, we got them there. Damn, we got them there. Damn, we got them there. Oh, we've got to do behind there. See, and I like that, man. That's the way we wanted it. I remember in the beginning of the season, I was like, no, we need more depth. No, we need more depth. And honestly, I'm proud of what we've done. I'm proud of where we're going. This team is headed in the right direction, and we all want to win the Super Bowl, man. And we're gonna get there. We just all have to have faith in that this team's gonna work this shit out. And you know what? If they can get at all through all those games, like you just said, if they lose one, have a hiccup. I mean, I'm sure we want it to be to an NFC team like San Francisco or Green Bay, of course. But I think if they can get out of that stretch of games, especially those 3, with 2 out of those 3,
Oh yeah.
I think the
Most
team's
definitely.
battle tested. They've seen some games on the road, and they're ready to go into the playoffs. I want home field advantage.
Yes.
I want home field. I want to play at home, a playoff game in front of Miami Dolphins home fans. They deserve that, bro. They've been filling out. You know, they got the fan of the year, Dolphin Riki. She goes to every one of
Let's
those
go.
games. Let's go, man. Everybody goes out there. She's not the only one, but all those guys go out there. Big E, everybody be out there every damn game, show them support. I think the Dolphins are going to pay them back this year, dog, in the biggest way anybody's ever seen before.
Yes,
I'm going to cry. I'm going to cry hard, man. I'm looking forward to this. Because honestly, I just want to win, man. I want to win. I'm fired up. This team's never been better. It's never been a better time to be a Miami Dolphins fan, you guys. So don't forget, man. Oh, look at Steve. I said after the first game on the post-game show, I was filming 72 Dolphins. Remember? Yeah, Steve, I remember.
Yes.
And I did too, man. I did too. I think we got a special thing brewing here. And just because we didn't, we got a couple of little blimps on the radar, who cares, man? We need to work our way around all that stuff. Like Mike McDaniel says to his football team, he loves them. And they overcome adversity. You guys went out there. I asked you to empty the tank, and that's what you did. They emptied the tank. When this team empties the tank, you guys, damn, they're going to be hard to beat. I can't wait till playoffs.
And I think the thing that I really love is to hear Mike McDaniels talk about the high character that the team has and the way that they're buying into it and embracing the process. Because, everybody wants to just go from game 1 to championship, and that's not how it goes. You got to embrace the process. You got to go through the hard times. You got to develop that toughness and that grit. And our team is shown, man, at a very high level of the grit and the resilience. So you think about the defense, this bend but don't break mentality.
Yeah.
They give it up, but when it's time to stand up, they stand up. And so
that's right.
It's like I said, man, I tell all my homies, when you talking Dolphins, you talking Super Bowl, man. That's what it is.
Hell yeah, man. When you talking Dolphins, you talking rings. That's what we want to hear around here. That's what we've been wanting to hear for a long damn time. And, you're watching live, digging in the trenches. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We thank all of you guys
hit that button.
that are here. Yep, hit that like button, Next week we will be coming back, and we'll stack up the bricks for the Texans game. Doctor will be live with me. Hopefully we'll have some other guys come in and visit. I want Kendall Mack to eventually get up here. And Gino, we can't wait till you get back and get healthy, buddy. I want to say to everybody, all our viewers, all of the Fins Talk Sports Network, happy Thanksgiving, happy holidays.
Yes.
Please go out there, enjoy your family, give your kids hugs and kisses, give your wife a hug and kiss.
Yes,
love on your animals and your dogs. Everybody have a great time. Please be safe, and it's always going to be fins up over here. But Reggie sounds like a Miami native. Reggie is a Miami native.
Yes, indeed. Dade County.
That's right. He is. He's definitely all about
Miami Central.
That's right. See, he'll tell you. I'm telling you right now, man. Don't forget to tune in here with us. We're gonna be back doing shows always, as you know, as we do. Um, but we'll have some new and exciting guests also coming our way. I'm sure Reggie will help introduce us to some guys that we can
Yes,
get on the show
indeed.
and
Yes,
talk some football.
indeed.
You know, it's going to be a fun time over
Yes.
here at the network. We're going to be reaching for new heights over here. We have a lot of exciting things going on at the network. Dolphins PTSD is real. I'm actually smoking a prescription as we speak. You know what? That's a good one because you're going to need that one. You know what?
Yes.
I do too, my man, because we're both in PTSD and we have been for a long time. So it's about time that this Aqua and Orange Dream team that we're watch playing here get us out of that funk. You know what I'm saying? Get us that medicine. You know, because it's like it's only temporary relief for the hopeless, right, my man Kappa?
Yes. Yes,
Yeah, man.
indeed.
Absolutely. But
Hit
I
that
will quote,
like button,
yeah, hit that like
subscribe.
button,
Don't
subscribe.
forget.
Yeah, don't forget, we got awesome things on the network that are coming to you every week. We have my man Lewis and Mike Brown do a great show. It's called Bottoms Up, Fins Up. You have my man Evan. Evan, I haven't seen him on the comments today. Um, he does a great show called the Fins Bandwagon, which is going to be on, I think it's on Tuesdays. It's the second show before Steve and Rob's show that they have as well. The name is slipping my mind. I'm sorry, you guys.
Hey.
But their show's on first, and they do a great job as well. They got a great show over there. And they got a lot of sports shows on the network, wrestling, all kinds of great stuff on this network. If you want great sports and Dolphins content, please hit it off. Preach, Reggie, preach.
Hey, speaking of the bandwagon is getting filled. You better get on
full,
while
baby.
You got a chance. We leaving the track.
That's right, man. The train's pulling away, man. You guys want to get on this team? You better get on now.
Yes,
this team's going
indeed.
to some new heights and new places, baby.
Yeah, I'm just excited, and you know, hopefully coming out of this bye week, the guys have rested, got a chance to spend some time with family and friends, and then come back really focused and ready to go. This is a great time. You look at the schedule. I think the scheduling guys did us a favor not to take Houston lightly. Certainly, you want to kill a gnat with a sledgehammer, and so
right.
we want to. They come to Miami, and you know we beat the brakes off of them and really get going in this stretch run.
Yeah, I love that analogy you just used right there. Kill a gnat with a sledgehammer.
That's what you got to do, man. You don't give them a chance. You know, if you let a gnat stay in, it'll just stay at your ear, stay at your ear. And so we want to take them out early and really start because now it's really you look at what we've been doing offensively, the run game, what they've been doing, it looks so similar, but they do so many things off of it, right? And now, you know, as we go further, it's just going to expand and expand and expand and expand.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really getting excited about what we're going to see out of Tyreek and Waddle and Mostert and all of these guys. Their skill sets just being used in so many different ways down the stretch.
Right. Alex, can you bring up the last couple comments, please, if you're still back there with us, if you're listening? I think their Steve and Rob show is called Real Talks Vince Talk. Yep, Real Talk Vince Talk. So you can catch Steve and Rob first before Evan on Real Talks Vince Talk.
Real Talk Vince Talk.
Yep, that's a great show as well. They do a great job. Steve does a great job, and so does Rob. Rob is awesome, and so is Steve. They kill it, man. Great shows over here, you guys. So don't forget to hit and subscribe to this like button. You know what I'm saying? Alex, if you do have in the background too, talk about when we are doing the 500 subscriber giveaway for FTSN here at the network. We're going to be giving away a jersey, which is a Javon Holland or a Jalen Waddle jersey to the 500 subscriber. You can get gear from me at JPF Scout. Catch me at Twitter at JPF Scout. Drop me a line to my direct messages. I'll get you whatever you want, man. We get you whatever you want. Dolphins gear. You want some college gear. You want something for you and your kids. You want something for your grandson. Whatever, you know. You want something to put up on the wall. Cool. I got you. Just hit me up, dog. Ain't no thing. Yep, we got people. Yeah, bing. We definitely got people, my man. Kappa, my man. I love having all of you guys here. It's been a great show. We love talking Dolphins with you guys. Me and Doctor, we love for this. It's too easy, right, Doc? Too easy, right?
Easy, man.
Yeah,
Too
yeah,
easy.
that's right,
Yes.
man. Yeah, we love this, you guys. So you know what? Hit us up, man. Come subscribe, like,
Yes.
interact, talk Dolphins with us. You know what? You get in it, you get in where you fit in. We might even have you come up on the show and tell us what you think. You know, because I'm not opposed to that. I'm opposed to having
Let's go.
no one come on here talking bad about my oops. But I'll be honest, man. We're hitting the hour. We're gonna wrap this things up and close it out. And we just thank all of you guys for tuning in.
Yes.
And Dr. Brown, do you got any closing thoughts?
Hey, man, fins up. Be safe. Love your family this weekend, man. Go out and celebrate each other, man. And let's get ready for the second part of this season, man.
Absolutely. Love you guys. Love you. You can take us out, man. Take us out.